Hello, my dear students. Once again, welcome you all into my YouTube channel. From last 4 to 5 lectures, we are going to study applied chemistry subject. In this subject, we are going to learn unit number 4, that is metals and alloys. We know that before this lecture, we are going to learn occurrence of metal, basic definitions, and extraction process of metal from the ore. We know that in extraction process there are 4 different methods like crushing, second one is concentration, third one is nothing but reduction, and last one is nothing but refining. And out of that, in second method there are again 2 different parts. One is physical method and another one is chemical method. In our last video lecture, we are going to learn that in physical method, the first method, that is gravity separation method. Now, in our today's video lecture, we are going to learn the second method, and the second method is nothing but magnetic separation method. Now, by using the diagram or picture, let us we are going to understand how the metal can be extracted from the ore by magnetic separation method. So let us see diagram.
So my dear friends, let us start the second method, magnetic separation method. Now, magnetic separation method is used for separation of non-magnetic ore from magnetic impurities. Means that in this method, we will going to separate non-magnetic ore from magnetic impurities. This is the main application of this method, or this method is based on this. And the example of this method is nothing but tin stone ore. By this method, we are going to separate tin stone ore by containing different magnetic impurities. One more very important note is that SnO2 is a non-magnetic ore and it is separated from magnetic impurities like tungsten of iron and manganese by electromagnetic separator. My dear students, in this method, most important role for the separation of non-magnetic impurities from magnetic impurity is what? Electromagnetic separators. So take this note very carefully. Now in this method what happen? Fine powdered ore is allowed to fall through hopper on magnetic belt of leather or rubber, and it can be moving over electromagnetic roller. We will going to see this by diagram. Magnetic impurities falls from the belt in a heap near the magnet, and due to the attraction, while non-magnetic concentrated ores falls in a separate heap and it will away from the magnet. All these points we will going to see by the diagram. Let us see diagram. So let us see diagram. In this diagram we are going to observe that the 2 different magnetic rollers are present. Also the fine grounded ore will be present in a hopper. After all this process, we are going to separate magnetic particles and non-magnetic particles into 2 different beakers that can be highlighted in this diagram. Dear student, generally this method based on difference in magnetic properties of the ore components. If either ore or gangue is attracted by the magnet, then the ore can be separated from impurities with the help of magnetic separation method. And for this magnetic separation method, we require electromagnetic separators, and which can be consist of brass, or sometime it is in the form of leather belt. That particular leather belt moving over two rollers, and out of that one which is made up upon magnetic in nature. In this method, generally what happen, powdered ore is dropped over the moving belt at the one end, and in other end magnetic portion of the ore is attracted by the magnetic rollers and falls nearer to the roller whole the magnetic impurities separated further off, and that can be we will going to looking in these two separate beaker. In one beaker non-magnetic impurities are separate, while in another beaker the magnetic impurities are separate. This is nothing but this is the main principle of magnetic separation method. I hope by this method or by this diagram you will getting well. Now the most important part is that what are the different applications of magnetic separation method. So the first application is nothing but the first application is we will going to separate steel cans from aluminium. This method is also used for as a food safety. It means that to remove metal bits from grains. The use of this method is also in the field of mining for the extraction of iron ore. One more very important application of this method nowadays in pharmaceutical field, this method is also used. We know that in pharmaceutical field the cleaner product prepared, and during the preparation most of the time this method will be used.
By this method, we are going to separate metal from the ore. This is a very simple method, that is magnetic separation method. We must know that how we will going to separate metal from the ore by the principle of magnetic separation method. So all of you can watch this lecture very carefully, do the study accordingly. Definitely in MSCT online exam, 1 to 2 questions they ask of physical method for the separation of metal from the ore. Thank you.